Hello everyone, Bill Parish here from GTT Audio, and welcome to the channel today. Well, I hope you are having a great summer. I took a week off. I just got back, recharged, and ready to go. Going to keep this video short today. Really just wanted to tell you what's going on with Dejitter and SwitchX. So what we've been doing lately, and I've contacted a lot of you guys that have SwitchXs over the last week, and told you about what we're doing is we're stacking switches and putting two switches together, and I'll pop this up here on the screen. But this is not anything that's new. I mean, back before SwitchX was ever around, I had some highly modified Buffalo switches, which are essentially Melco switches. And then we had pink fawn clocks inside, and this was all modded up and just running it with a Sean Jacobs power supply. And I mean, we're talking, this thing was built to the nines. And then we took two of them, and we're running that on top of each other and looping through. And doing two switches made a huge difference. Well, then came SwitchX, and with SwitchX, with the dirty and the clean network, and Chris's magic and fairy dust he sprinkles on inside, and the he's got his power supply has the noise sensing and the noise canceling technology, which made all the difference. Well, made a big part of the difference, along with those mods inside, and what I always thought was so important, and it is because I did ABs, we do ABs on all this stuff, is the dirty and the clean network. So, okay, so that comes in and it whoops this super duper stack that I had going on, and really whoops everything that's out there, and it's a fraction of the price. And so, why stacking it never even occurred to me. In fact, someone had mentioned it once, and I don't know, maybe, I don't think we did it right or didn't even do it. I don't remember the circumstances, but recently we thought about stacking them, and Chris started doing some figuring some engineering on technical stuff, measurements, and figuring some stuff out, and said, "Yeah, I think this is going to work. This is really going to work." And then I get one, a second one, a fourth one, a fifth one. Anyway, and one to stack on one of my other switches, and it was one of those OMG moments. It was unbelievable in the sound difference. It's like, you've got to be kidding me. So, and this was going, so let me back up, because Chris had thought that maybe it didn't make much of a difference if we even needed the clean network in the second switch, because it's already being cleaned. But so I ran it from a clean network. First of all, my first was run it from a clean network on the existing switch into the dirty side, and then run the audio equipment onto the dirty side, and let's see if that makes an improvement. And that's what was that OMG moment. I mean, it was significant. There was nothing that a deaf person could hear the difference. And it was an improvement, not just a difference. So then the thought was, well, so does clean even make a difference? So then you shut everything off, because on this type of stuff, and when you're doing these ABs, even your equipment, you have to shut everything off, or it could get hung up on the old IP address, and then you can't do anything, and you're wondering what's going on, and you spend 15, 20 minutes, an hour, and then you play phone tag with me, and then finally we get in touch with each other, and I say, well, did you cycle the power? So I'm telling you now, cycle the power. Cycle the power, it always works. All right, so now we hook it up onto the clean side. So what we're doing is a double stack, double clean. And wow, I mean, a difference between dirty and clean is once again that difference between dirty and clean that I heard on the original Switch X. It makes a massive difference. In fact, then going back and double checking and everything else, clean the dirty actually it helps so much that you hear some things that maybe you still hear some imperfections that you didn't even know existed, and then you go into the double clean, and it's all gone. It's all gone, and now you've got this beautiful digital music that's really sounding like the master tape. And with no noise, with none of this grunge, with none of this crap. And you don't even know you're listening to it until you hear it when it's gone. And then you go back and listen to it and you're like, ew, I was listening to that. So it's one of these things, don't try this unless you're ready to, go all the way in, because ignorance is bliss. Once you know what's going on, it's hard to go back. So it's a very easy configuration that I've put up here. We supply a DAC cable. Well, that's actually wrong. Everybody calls it a DAC cable, and it's a DAC, direct attached cable. It's like calling a D to A converter a DAC converter. Anyway. Being too picky there, but anyway, yeah, we a direct attached cable that runs right from one switch X on the clean side to the dirty side on the stack piece. And now, why we want that is we're even removing those great SFP modules and all the electronics in there, and it's just a direct connect right to the processors. So this improves it significantly. We're taking orders. We've got Chris buried with them. He's building like a madman, as quick as he can. We're back ordered a few weeks out, but we're taking orders on these. If you don't have a Switch X, one Switch X really gets you going. Two takes you all the way there. Our 2 Switch X's from us, which includes 2 linear power supplies with all the noise sensing, the noise canceling, and then add in the Wi-Fi X, which we're the only ones with that. And we have a router built into them, both switches. We're at a fraction of the price of everyone else, and not everyone else, but of the high end, and so much better, because we're not choosing to tack on another 30, 40, 50% for a fancy case. That's all I have on Switch X, but still with Dejitter news. Dejitter news is for 2 years now. I've been trying to get Chris and after him to build a Rune Core or a Nook X, a supercomputer based off of the Nook architecture. We went out and we got the right board, special RAM, special memory, and he ordered a different type of power supply. Still has the noise sensing and the noise canceling technology in it, and he's about 99% there. It'll run Rune, it'll run Diafile or Dafile or whatever you guys call that, JRiver, Pure Audio, and anything else, whatever. It'll run Linux, it'll run Windows, OS X. We can set it up for dual booting, whatever you want. This thing can do it, and it's a noise-free supercomputer. I can't wait to try it out. His measurements, he's got the internal noise lowered by over 60%. It is so exciting. It's it better get to me in a week or two, because I'm going nuts. Just can't. He tells me every day how amazing it is, what's going on with the performance, and I'm sitting over here going, oh, well. How about sending it to me? So, in any case, hopefully in a couple of weeks I'll be able to report to you about that. All right, stay cool. Don't let this summer heat get to you too much, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Thanks.